Today we're making baked barbecue beans, but right in the crock pot, everything from beginning to finish, starting with dried beans if you want to, finishing with a delicious baked in barbecue sauce. Let me tell you something, these are going to go fast at your barbecue because everyone's gonna want them, but they're gonna be so easy, you're gonna make them all the time. Let's go. So for baked beans in a crock pot, sure, we could use canned beans, and if you want to, go ahead, but the thing is you're gonna get a better texture, a better flavor if you start with dried beans. Now, I've already soaked these pinto beans, and so you can see they're starting to get a little wrinkly, and that means they're starting to be able to cook more evenly. That's why we soak them. Sometimes the freshness can be different. So if you buy a really good quality dried bean sometimes from more of a boutique grower, they can be fresher and they don't need to necessarily soak. But it's always a good idea if you don't know and you're buying them at the grocery store to soak them because they'll cook more evenly and quicker. So what I'm gonna do now that these have been soaked and drained, I'm gonna put them right into my crock pot because we're gonna cook them in the crock pot too. That's really the beauty of this. And what I wanna make sure to show is I'm not salting them, am I? Now, there are gonna be different methods of thought on that. Some people like to salt them now. I still kind of adhere to that old school thing where salt can inhibit sometimes them absorbing the water correctly, and they could stay a little tough, which I don't wanna do. We're gonna add in water, just clean water, and we're gonna pour it right over. I usually like to go about 2 inches above. Now you can watch this if you want to, but once all that water is in there, what we're gonna do is just set this and forget it. So set the lid on, let them cook. It's gonna be babysat by the crock pot. That's the beauty of it. And then we'll make the baked beans right in here too. So it's really a beautiful thing to do. So the beans have cooked, and that's like the beauty of this. They're just sitting in there cooking. And you want to, if you don't know, you can always check by saying, hey, are they tender? Yes, they are. And ones that you do from dried to me always have a better texture. They're not, you know, like al dente pasta? Think of that idea, but better. I don't know. I think they just work really, really well. So I'm draining off any of that excess cooking liquid just because you don't need now that liquid to make these baked beans that we're going to. That liquid's good if you want to put it in a soup or something, go right ahead. But for this, I want to make sure we're making pretty much a homemade barbecue sauce on these. So they're a baked bean, but they're a barbecue baked bean in the crock pot. So what we want to do is have all the components that we would if it was a barbecue sauce, which is super simple. So I'm gonna put the beans back in there. I'm gonna set this cooking liquid aside. And what I have started here is some onion. So the onion is not gonna be raw in this dish because it's gonna get cooked again. So this now just sits in that crock pot and simmers beautifully. And it just becomes its own thing. So think about this. You're having a cookout, you're having a big grilling or a picnic. You can have this sitting either at your home or wherever you're going and just simmering away. So the smells and everything are just gonna waft through the place and make everyone excited because they're gonna smell the barbecue flavor. And let me show you how we're gonna get that in there. So we have the onion. We're gonna add ketchup first. So this is the base of any homemade barbecue sauce. You could take this exact component and make a really good barbecue sauce. And it's gonna have that kind of thick, rich, sweet, tangy balance to it, which is super important. To that, we're gonna add some brown sugar. So 2 forms of sweetness. Brown sugar is gonna give us that upfront sweetness, but then we're gonna fortify it with some extra molasses. Now, I keep molasses on hand, obviously around the holidays. I love to use it in baking. My grandma would just spread it on toast with butter. And I do love the flavor of molasses, but really that's what makes brown sugar brown, but we're adding more so it gives them more depth of flavor. We're gonna add some red wine vinegar, gives that tang, but also a slight flavor to it, which to me is important. And we're having all this go in together, so you don't have to worry about mixing anything up separately. One dish here. We're gonna do some prepared mustard, and yes, it is yellow mustard, and I do think in this case, you know, usually I use Dijon. This makes a big difference to have that yellow mustard. That's the flavor and that offset we need. Some Worcestershire. That's gonna, again, give you a depth, kind of that unspeakable flavor that really just adds something. Hot sauce. Whatever hot sauce you keep on hand. It really doesn't matter. And it just adds a little bit of complexity with the heat. I would always probably add a little extra. Do whatever you want. Since this is a barbecue sauce, we want that smokiness, like it's been simmering on a grill. We're gonna add in smoked paprika. It's like sweet paprika, but it's been smoked. And my goodness, the flavor it can add really layers in well. Some garlic powder, and then some salt, which remember, we have not added salt yet, and the beans definitely need salt. We didn't want them to get tough, so we're adding the salt now, and then some black pepper that we're gonna freshly crack in. Now, this all is gonna mix together, and then it's just going to slowly simmer and cook. So we're gonna stir this all together with those beans. So what I like about this is it's making a sauce in one. There's no extra simmering on the stove to make a barbecue sauce. No, we're gonna let this all happen right here. And already, I know someday when they invent smell-o-vision, you will understand what I mean. But the smell already is barbecue. You're getting that barbecue sweet tangy smell coming out. So what I'm gonna do is set this. You can do it on low or high depending on how quickly you want it to get done. Just remember low and high. There's usually only one difference with low and high. Low gets to a temperature slower, high gets to the same temperature but quicker. So you're really not having a big difference, but it will slow it down a little bit. So I'm gonna stir this together, let it simmer, then we're ready for a barbecue. Don't you love crock pots? No work, and it's just been sitting here smelling so good. So when I take this off, look at that. You can tell it's darkened and deepened in color because it has just been absorbing and cooking that barbecue sauce down. So this is the point where you would serve it, and it can stay warm for quite a while. But look at that gorgeous baked bean. I mean, come on. The onions are softened. They look and smell so good. And because we use dried beans, I know, I'm gonna harp on this, but we use dried beans because look how well they stay together and how good they are. They're really good. Oh, I could just eat this all. What I love about them is you get layers of flavor in that homemade barbecue sauce. So the difference to me between a homemade and a purchased barbecue sauce is we're considering and putting in the flavors to me that are essential here. And we're not just putting too much sugar in, but it still has that sweet, tangy play that really lets the good beans come through and a really delicious baked barbecue sauce. This to me is a great thing for whether it's Memorial Day, Labor Day, anywhere in between, because it can all be done really simply for you. Even if cooking dried beans scares you, this does the work. And so it's only maybe some extra hours of sitting here, but you don't have to do it. So you can go out, you can play, you can enjoy whatever you want, and then you can come back and eat some delicious food. So that's what I hope you share this video around so other people can know too, that good, delicious food, easy, doable to make at home. If I can do this, anybody can do this. You don't have to be on a farm in Iowa like I am to enjoy good food. Check my website, wiseguy.com, for this recipe and all my other recipes. It is your Memorial Day Central with everything you're gonna need all summer long for all your cookouts. Enjoy.